Good afternoon and welcome into Slot Channels in Depth. I'm your host, Tom, aka RhinoMan, Tim, the RhinoMan Show, whatever you want to call me. I'm just glad you're here for 30 minutes of fun. Hey, we're about to get things started. Today's show, betting techniques. We're going to get into that in a minute. But first, as I do, I have 3 questions for you. Thank you guys for coming in. I see a lot of people. Yes, I will get to you guys in the chat in a minute, and I really appreciate it. If you guys are in the background, just come in, give me a thumbs up, and we'll get started with the topic. But first, as I do, 3 questions for you. Hey, Blaine. Hey, Nini. Hey, Craig Combs. Thank you guys for being here. Big Easy Slots. Appreciate you guys. There's my man, Randy, the Slot Wizard. Hey, thank you guys. Okay, today's questions are basically around the sea. How do you feel about riverboat casinos? I want to know. I've heard some comments that they suck, they don't pay out. How do you feel about them? Let me know what you think. That is question 1. Question number 2, maybe you guys can help answer it. Are there different rules and regulations for gambling on a casino, on a cruise ship, for instance? Or is it just like once you're out to sea, they say, I'm the captain now and you're not winning shit? I don't know. Let me know what your opinion is about gambling on cruise ships. I've heard some people say, "Hey, I've never won on a cruise ship." Others say, "I've won a lot on a cruise ship." I don't know. And then what is the hand pay thing? Do you get a hand pay at 1,200 or is it extended because there's no taxes? I don't know. Let me know. And then the third question is, how do you think playing Dollar Storm on a cruise ship is a good idea? Hey, I'm just saying, Dollar Storm, Captain Jack Sparrow. Hey, let me know what you think. Do you think playing Dollar Storm on a cruise ship is a good idea? Let me see who is the new subs of the day. Cell Phone Joe, Peter Kim, Cool Runnings, I guess that is. Cool Runnings, Joanne G, and Betty Ogden. Hey, thank you guys for being members to the show. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming in. Today is Monday. You know how we kick off Monday. Cheers, guys. There's not a better day of the week to drink than a day that ends in Y. Wow, that's good. Okay, let me see who's in the house today. We have Craig Combs. I met him on Friday. Hey, that was awesome meeting you guys. It was a fun event. Big Easy Slots, what's up, brother? Nini Slots, what's up, RhinoMan? I guess he's getting a cold one. You are absolutely right. I was a couple minutes late. I had to run downstairs and make sure I grabbed him out of the freezer. You know how I do. Welcome in, Nini. Spinning and winning with Blaine's. Hey, bud, how you doing? Randy the Slot Wizard. There's my Corona King. Hey, let's chug a few. I'm glad you got yours in hand. I got mine in hands. Big Easy Slots says hi to Big Spinning and Winning with Blaine. Let's see who else is in the house. Gambleby Slots and more. Thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Rocket 18181. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Okay, guys, let's just jump right into this topic real quick. There's a lot of people out there that try and sell you techniques for winning on slot machines. If you guys are a slot, Yoshi Slots is in the house. They're driving. Appreciate you, Sister Yoshi, and everybody. Enjoy what you're going to be doing right now. I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Don't ruin it for me, please. Slot channels out there have their own techniques for playing the money that they play. I have my own. I'll get into mine in a minute, but then we're going to go into some tips on gambling responsibly, well, whatever. Anyway, we're going to get into those tips in a few minutes. But if you guys are a slot channel, or if you're just a regular gambler or just somebody that goes to the casino often, let me know. Okay, I'm here. We can start the live now. Thank you, Avalon Vass, for being here. Really appreciate it, bro. I hope you're not driving in that traffic. So I'm going to go over my tips for playing three different machines, basically. Dragon Links, Lightning Links, and Buffalo Gold. Hey, I'm not a professional at any of these machines. I'm just going to tell you the way that I play with the money that I have to play at different times. There are certain times when I have a fat pocket, which is all $100 bills, and I'll play that way, which is different than when I have a low stack and playing low. Goldie One, thank you for coming in there. So I'm going to go with the $100 in the machine right away. My technique for playing Dragon Links, doesn't matter which Dragon Link you're playing, but it starts off like this. If I drop $100 in the machine, oh my God, it's RhinoMan, SoCal's finest. Thank you, Bradley Jones. I appreciate that. Kino Lady is in the house. It was a wonderful, wonderful time meeting you this weekend. Hey, I had such a good time. There were so many channels out there. Hey, really appreciated you guys. Sorry I missed Avalon Bass, but hey, I'll get to meet him at Yamava. You know, Brian Christopher's revealing his machine out there, I think on the 19th. That's going to be a party out there for sure. Anyway, so here's the deal. If I have quite a bit of money and I'm going to put $100 bills in the machine at one time, this is how I play Dragon Link. You guys may differ. You could watch other slot channels. Other slot channels have their own technique, but this is my technique. Works for me. Lets me know if I'm going to get off that machine right away or if I'm going to continue playing. I'll stick $100 in and I'll go to the dollar denom first and I'll hit that for about 3 spins. Lauren Slots, Lorena Slots, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. How are you doing today? So if I have $100 in the machine, I'm going straight to dollar denoms and I'll hit that for about 3 spins. If I get absolutely nothing in those 3 spins, then I drop down to 1 cent. But if I hit something like, you know, money back or $3, I may hit it one extra time, just depending on how it's lining up. But if nothing happens in 3 spins, I drop down to 1 cent, 250 bet, and I'll hit that for about 3 or 4 spins, 5 spins. Hopefully I get something in those 3, 4, 5 spins. If not, I jump to 10-cent denom and I'll play $5 spins on that machine. James Jameson, do you ever walk out of the casino after losing every cent and think, my God, what have I just done? I'm broke. Hey, cheers to that, James Jameson. Happens more often than you think, especially with a lot of these slot channels. Does, hey, you know, gambling is not a guarantee. And if anybody says they can guarantee you tips and tricks to win, don't buy it. Just play yourself and you'll figure it out. I'm just sharing with how I play these slots. And I have done that. Yes, bro. More often than not. Absolutely. That's what I do. Hey, I feel your pain, James. So I'll put $100 in. I'll start off on $1 denom. Then I'll go to 1 cent, 250 bet. Nothing hits there after 3 or 4 spins. Then I'll jump up to 10 cents, $5 spins. I'll give that about 3 hits, maybe 4 hits. Hopefully I get a nice line hit or something in there. Nothing happens. Then I'll jump down to 2 cents and I'll play $3 bets. By that time, something should have hit, either a nice line hit, a bonus, or something. If nothing's hit there, then I jump up to 5 cents and I play 375 bets. That's mid bet on the 5 cent denom. And 5 cents, 375 bets. If I don't hit anything there, I'm down about $50. So then I'll play around a little bit, probably go hit 1 or 2 more spins, see if I could go through that rotation again. Melba's in the house. Thank you. Usually by some time within that $100, I would have gotten at least 1 bonus or 1 good line hit. If I get absolutely nothing, I have to move from that machine and go to another one and start over with another $100 and do the same thing. That's my routine on Dragon Link. Lightning Link's a little bit different, but still similar. Dragon Link usually comes through. If it doesn't come through, if I don't get any good line hits or any bonuses with that $100, then I bounce to another machine. I'll usually do this 3, maybe 4 times if my pockets are fat. If they're not fat, then I have another method for playing $20 at a time on Dragon Link. I'll put $20 in and I'll start at the 5 cent denom, 125 bet, and I'll hit that a few times, maybe 4 or 5 times. Then I'll jump down to 1 cent, $1.50 bet, play that. Then I'll go to 2 cent, $2 bet, or $1 bet, depending on how that 20 is looking. Usually I could get some nice line hits in there. And my last trip out to Rampart Casino, this was the technique I used, playing all day long with $20 at a time. If it's not if it's not paying out, lick your fingers and stick it in the USB slot. The results will shock you. Yes, they will. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm going to give that one a try too. Just like taking your tongue on a 9-volt battery, the same shocking effect, I'm sure. But the $20 method I used at Rampart, and I got some good bonuses. I was able to build up several tickets to over $100 each, cashed out when I got over $100, put it in my pocket, put a new 20 in, and started all over. When your pockets are low, that's the way that I roll. I'm just saying, if you do the $20 method, you could play more machines versus sticking $100 in one machine. Usually, if you do that, you end up staying at that machine until that 100 is either gone or you stick your finger in that socket, as Avalon Vance was saying. I'm just saying, that's my technique on Dragon Link. Lightning Link, similar. Stick $100 in if my pockets are fat, 10-cent denom, $5 bets, and then play it around. Now, if I do hit something along the way that brings me up over 100 or over 200 or 300, whatever it is, if I'm putting $100 in, I expect to get up to that amount. Then I'll start pushing my bets up to higher denominations. And I don't go after those higher bets until I've built some money up into the machine. That way, I'm not going broke hitting those $25 fit spins, which I rarely do. I'll stick more to the $7.50 bets, maybe $10 bets here and there, or jump up to the $2 denomination and hit it a few times at the $2 bet, at the $10 bet. But that's my technique for Dragon Link. For Lightning Link, I'll start at 10-cent denom, a couple of $5 spins, maybe 3, 4, then jump down to 1 cent, $5 spins, or 250 spins. I found that if you play at the 250 on the 1 cent denomination, those orbs on some of those Lightning Link machines are fantastic. Hey, that's just my opinion. You guys do what feels best for you, but this is my technique on doing it. Buffalo Gold is another one. Actually, Lightning Link at $20 in, I'll stay at the 5-cent denomination, 125 bet, and then move it down to like 1 cent, $1, 150, 2 cents, $1, $2, maybe $3, and then play around that way and try and build a ticket up from $20. That's my thing right now that I'm going through, trying to build tickets up from $20. And I have a series coming out based just on that, building up tickets from $20. Hey, it might not work. It might work. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Slot Gambling Granny, hello. Thank you for coming in. Skylar Moon, hello. Thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Okay, so those are my tips for Dragon Link, Lightning Link. For Buffalo Gold, I can't play it the same way that I do Lightning Link. Don't get me wrong. I have tried. We're down... we were down last night, but Hubs played craps and won $400. Hey, that's awesome, Kino Lady. That is awesome. Craps is coming through. Appreciate that. So Buffalo Link is a total different creature. You can't move your bets around that much. At least that's what I found out. If you stay on one bet, or if you try and mix up the bets, you never seem to get the bonuses. However, the technique that I use, if I'm dropping $100 into Buffalo Link, and believe me, $100 goes really quick on Buffalo Link, especially if you're not getting bonuses right away. But I'll start off and I'll slap some $60, not $60, 60-cent spins, and I'll fast tap those for a few minutes, and then I'll jump up to $3 or $2.40, whatever the mid bets are. I like staying in that range, and I'll play for a little while. If nothing's lining up, I'll go back to 60 cents, slap the machine a little bit more, smack it on its butt so it'll start to pay out or something, and then move it up from there. But Buffalo Gold, in my opinion, you have to stay for a while in order to get it to pay out. And I think that's what Slotnista said a long time ago. I have 14 hand pays, all of them at $3 bets or less, 6 hand pays on Buffalo Gold at 120. Yes, bro. Yes, it could definitely happen. Friday night, I stuck $5 in a Buffalo Gold machine. I hit 2 times on 60-cent bet, and then I put it up to $1.80. The second spin on $1.80 off a $5 bet got me the bonus. I ended up getting 14 Buffalo heads. I had 33 spins. I had 14 Buffalo heads, and I still had like 9 spins to go. Couldn't break that $15 Buffalo head mark. However, the bonus paid out like almost $600. It was a great thing. Broke Gambler Slots says the BGT 9 hits. I spend 3/4 until it lines up and the bingo card gets in the G column, then I bet high. Hey, I don't know much about the bingo cards, but yeah, I'd like to know more. Bro Gambler Slots, I'd like to have you on the show so you could explain those bingo cards for sure. But anyway, so Buffalo Gold seems like you have to finesse it a little bit. You have to stay on there a little bit longer. Dragon Link, I could go through $100 real quick, and I could tell if the machine's going to pay out for me or not. And then as soon as I move, somebody else sits on it, and bam, they get a bonus. It always happens that way. So those are just some of my techniques. And the reason I'm bringing this topic up today is because I had a friend of mine ask me how to play Buffalo Gold today. He's been watching the channel and he asked me that. And I said, basically, you got to do what your budget allows you to do. Play around a little bit, start off on 60 cents and then move the denominations up if it's not paying, and then go back, or move up and down if it's not paying at one particular denomination. That's just how I roll. For everybody else, it's different. But here's a tip for any viewer out there that wants to see different slot channels. Watch them. You can tell their betting techniques by watching the way they play on their videos. As long as they're doing live play and not just showing bonuses, but bonuses are the Sports Center highlights, as Gamblers Unknown says. Anyway, that's my technique. I know slot channels out there have their own. And if you do, let me know in the comments. Message me. Let me know what your techniques are for playing some of these machines. Now I'm going to go through some of the tips that it says that you should be doing or looking out for when you're playing slots as just a regular player. And some of these, I want to know how you feel about them. Higher denomination slots have higher payback percentages. How do you feel about that? Obviously, if I'm playing on a dollar machine and I get a bonus, it's obviously going to pay back better than if I'm at a 1 cent machine and I get a bonus at $2. Obviously, the payback's going to be a little bit more, but do they pay back the 100 times that you would normally get when you're playing at a lower denomination? I don't know. That's just my thought on it. I would definitely say if you're looking to play those higher percentage, those higher denomination games, they say 3-wheel machines are the go-to for that. Avalon Vast tips. I always check the higher denominations for the better progressives. Firelink 5 cents, denom $1 bet, much better progressive than $1 bet, 1 cent denom. I agree with that. So, but for the higher denomination machines, I know they could be volatile, but the Dragon Links, the Lightning Links, are the games that I would go to, and we'll get into that in a minute of why. Choose games that fit your goals and personality of playing. Look for the games that have the maximum jackpot opportunities, games that will extend your play, like with free games or bonus games. Those are the ones that will keep you playing the machine. They give you the line hits one after another. Bob Davis, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. Missy A, thank you. I rarely hit using a ticket. If I pull the ticket out and wait and then put cash in, my odds are better. Just works for me. You know what, Missy A, I know people that live and die by that, pulling the ticket out. I usually pull my ticket out and put more cash in after I get to a certain amount. If I'm playing 20, if I put $20 in the machine, if I get to over $100 on that $20 ticket, I will cash that ticket out, stick in another 20 and see what I could do from there. unless the machine's on fire, and I go up and do it. If it's well over 100, I'll go up and play it down to 100 or play it up to like 500. But I agree with you. Cash that ticket out. Once you get to a threshold that you're comfortable with, cash it out, stick more cash in. That seems to work for me. I think it works for Missy as well. Um, all good tips. So look for the games that give you bonus games and free spin pictures. Tracy the Ace, and do the hokey pokey. Yeah, I put your right foot in, put your right foot out. You do the hokey pokey and you shake yourself about. Oh man, I miss being a kid. Just the being the responsible adult just doesn't help me. Not that I'm a responsible adult. Cheers, guys. Anyway, tip number 3: look to play progressive slots. Make sure you bet enough to be jackpot eligible. Meaning, there are machines out there that if you're betting $1.50, you're not jackpot eligible. You got to bet the max on that machine. A good example of this is the Yoshi's Triple Sparkle. I think the max bet on that machine on 1 cent denom is $1.80. I could be wrong. It could be $2. It could be something like that. But it's not bad. You're betting max at $1.80, and you're in the jackpot eligible. And I've seen all of the Yoshis pretty much kill that triple sparkle. So look for machines like that where the max bet on a machine is not that great. It's not over $3, and you could bet that max bet and definitely get some nice wins there. Of course, tip number 4. This is something that none of the slot channels do. Straight Up Slots, thank you for coming in. Randy H Town, thank you for being here. So this tip number 4 is something that I've seen a lot of people that do not do it. I don't do it myself. Is always play within your budget. Be willing to lower your bet or stop playing if you hit a limit. Hey, there's been plenty of times where I've hit the limit and then hit the ATM machine because that one was paying out and the slot machines weren't. So I've went back. I've done it. I'm sure everybody that's in this chat has been guilty of it or one time or another. But tip number 4 is obviously you got to try and stay within your budget. If you're a true degen, you're not staying within your budget. It's just that's what happens. Honestly, I hate progressive. I feel like the payout is harder than some of the non-progressive games. Hey, you know what? And that's the preference. If you don't feel good playing a machine for whatever reason, don't play that machine. That feeling that, if you're having fun and you're doing it, that's what it's about. So if you're playing a machine you like to play, don't just play progressive machines because somebody said, hey, go play progressive machines. They play out better. But if you don't like playing them, you're not going to have fun playing them. And then once you lose your money, you could say, I told you so. I never play it. I never went on this freaking game because it never pays out. RhinoMan Slots, how do you get my logo on top of your wall frame? LOL. I will work on that straight up. I thought I had it in there, but hey, I'm working on something for that specifically, and we will get to that later on during this week. Avalon Vast, RhinoMan Show. What is the limit thing you speak of? The limit thing, you know what? The limit thing, I have no idea what I speak of when I say your limit. Hey, no worries. Everybody has their own limit. I also do a lot of slots for empty pots or bags or whatever the game is. They're empty for a reason and tend to hit for me again. Hey, they don't have to be full to hit, and that's a good point. Some people see those bags and those pots completely stacked. You could be dumping the money through there the whole time and not get anything to come back for that pot, and then you could sit down, the pot's empty, and bam, you'll hit it right away. So when's your interview with J and D and the slot lizards? You know what? I'm going to reach back out to them. I did talk to them on their live. I haven't got a chance to fully get it lined up yet, but I will definitely, Scotty H Town. So anyway, yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Missy A. Um, we have to go on a date with Rhino Man every 8 weeks. Yes, Randy the Slot Wizard, you do, especially now that you got the tattoo on the bottom of your foot. Tip number 5: start small, win big, or prime the pump, as they say. I'm not one of these people. I'm more of one of these people that go to the machine and put the money in and looking for that first spin bonus on the dollar. As I said, that's my technique. I put $100 in and I'll go to the dollar denom and I'll hit that 3 or 4 times. If it's going to pay out, it's going to pay out like that. Then I'll drop it down to the 1 cent. Um, I have my own theory of how machines pay out, and they're just theories. They're not true facts. They don't really happen. Um, so hey, there you go. Prime the pump. Um, Scout out machines that you're playing for. Hey, look, if you've been to a casino that you're familiar with, I'm sure Penny D, Missy A, Straight Up Slots, all of Bradley Jones. I'm sure all of you guys have played at a machine that's been super super hot. You've gotten hand pays on. You've gotten big line hits. Go to those machines first when you walk into the casino. Hey, you know what? They're hot for a reason. And that's why casinos move the machines around periodically. If you know the machine that you're on, take a picture of it. You can take a picture of the machine number. Those usually don't change. Or look at your hand pay note. It'll tell you what machine you're paid on, and go look for those machines because you have a good feeling about that machine, because you've won on it in the past. It might do something for you. Top Dollar Mike is in the house. Slot Strategy 101. Sit down, insert cash, press button. Either you win or lose. Scream yes, scream oh no. Bro, you're absolutely right. Those are the tips. Um, Put your money in, press the button. If you win, you win. If you don't, hey, oh well. Um, Definitely. That's 101 strategy. And then you have to leave the casino. Uh, I don't know how you guys feel about this one, but I've done it several times. Works for me every now and then. Look for games that are about look for advantage games, advantage slot play games like Scarabs. If you see it has 8 to 10 spins on there, you got 2 more spins, and then it's going to put those wilds out there. Stick in $5-10 and do those 2 spins. If it pays out, it pays out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But some people leave just before they get those bonuses on those games. Let's see, Top Dollar Mike, yes, and have refreshment in hand doing it. Cheers to that, guys. Absolutely. So take advantage of the advantage play games. I don't know how you guys feel about those, but hey, some of them are pretty good to do it. Tip number 8. Slot Sister is in the house. She bets 5250 is in the house. Thank you. Happy Monday to you. I know you're still in Vegas. Maybe. I don't know 100%, but you might still be in Vegas. Anyway, slot tip number 8. You should always know the game you're going to play. And you can do research, but this is the best way to do it. Find slot channels that play the games you like to play so you can see how they play. YouTube is a vast wealth of knowledge that you can tap into, and you can see some of your favorite creators playing the slot machines you like to play at the same time, and you can see how those slot machines pay, whether they bonus a lot, whether they don't. And not to say that they're going to play the same for you, but at least you could get a better understanding of the game if you watch YouTube slot channels, play the games that you like to play. And you can search by game. It'll pull out several channels that you have. Guys, we're going to get into it real quick. This is chat recap. Yesterday, Bradley Jones says he never goes to the Strip or to Fremont Street. Oklahoma Casino Review, he says he gambles the same as he does live or not. I appreciate that. Penny D said she lives in a beach resort and she avoids tourists that come too close to her. Hey, I don't blame you. Randy the Slot Wizard says he was really digging my hat yesterday. I did have a new hat, guys. This is the American style Eagle cowboy hat. Got that. Bam. I appreciate that. Bradley Jones says, right on, Rhino Man. Next time I'll meet up with him when I'm in there. Um, Gamblers Unknown said I look like a tourist. Yo Ann said I was leaving Las Vegas already. Yes, it was a quick 2-day turnaround. Like you and AC, you're right close. So, hey, I get it. Gamblers Unknown says coming back with money is always a win. Whether you're coming back with all of the money you took or just a portion of it, it's still a win. So Nene Slot said it didn't happen unless you posted on the Major Chasers group because I hit 2 majors on Saturday, and Gamblers Unknown says he won't post it because he got mad at me when I used to post my videos on his channel because he thought I was spamming the channel. Um, Oklahoma Casino Review says it's a good trip as long as it's tax free. I agree. Bradley Zone says one good tip, $1 ahead. One good trip, $1 ahead of what you brought is good. I agree with that. Let's see. Randy the Slot Wizard says he loves leaving early morning when he goes to Vegas. Cheryl R said if you didn't have to go to the ATM, Little Dutchie is in the house. Thank you for coming in. If you didn't have to go to the ATM in your trip, it was a good trip. Bradley Zone says his only stop on the way back from Vegas is Eddie's World. Hey, that's a fun place to stop at. Oklahoma Casino Review, they fly the Food Stamp Express airline, only 1 flight a day, so they have to get on that one. We were talking about, do you come home hungover from Vegas? Cheryl R said, LOL. She's a Jersey girl, and she left AC hungover yesterday. However, she did leave Jersey with money in her pocket. She had a nice jackpot on Buffalo Link, $3,340. She came home with $500. So there's a big discrepancy in the amounts there, but she did come home with money. Awesome time. Randy the Slot Wizard says if you stay drunk, you'll never have a hangover. Hey, I'm working on that, Randy. Absolutely. Oklahoma Casino Review said he hit 1K for the first night his first night in Vegas, 20 and off $20 the rest of the time he was there. Hey, that's a good trip. Gamblers Unknown wanted to talk about my top 5 girls of the night. Hey, I don't know. Randy the Slot Wizard said Mama Yoshi is his number 1 friend in the world, not like James Spitzer, 879th best friend in the world. For God's sakes, RhinoMan, don't they know who you are? We were talking about the valet not bringing my car up. It took him like almost an hour, 45 minutes just to get a key fob out, and then almost an hour another time. The other time I could forgive the hour because they were really busy. However, the first time, 45 minutes, they forgot to give the valet guy my ticket. They just, it was bad all the way around. 52, she bets 5280 said, hey there, good to see everyone. What would be my idea of a good game? Multipliers, bonus games, free spins, and any combination of the two there would be good. Tracy the Ace is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Scotty H Town from Paris. Yes, from Paris. Goldie One said we were talking about Brian Christopher's new machine. Very volatile, paid out very little. Yes, it was not that great. Randy the Slot Wizard. When is RhinoMan Slot Machine coming out? I'd like to put $1 in it and give it a try. Bro, you're going to have to put more than $1 in it. I think the bet denominations are going to start at $1 and they're going to go up to $500, $600, and then they have the $1,000, $5,000 spends. I'm going for the big dollars there. Hopefully those people will play my machine. And then we'll see what happens there. Oklahoma Casino Review says it's only good if it has red screens and bells. Hey, I'm not too sure if the red screens and bells, those machines just keep going off. My ears start to hurt for sure. And he also said that Oklahoma Casino Review said that he's going to contact VGA and have them make a red screen machine for Gamblers Unknown and have the bells turned up extra loud so it rings all the time and it doesn't stop ringing because he knows how much he loves that. Randy the Slot Sister, we were talking about Sister Yoshi being at the bar. And he said, that's unusual. Hey, that was my thought too. And Becky A saw the Cowboys on jaywalking Las Vegas on Fremont Street. And she immediately thought of me. Hey, I get it. The cowboy hat. That brings me to this point. We have a guest coming up, I believe, on Thursday. Cowboy slots. There will be 2 cowboys in the house. We're going to be talking about he's a slot tech, so we'll be talking about all the things machine related, as well as get to know him and his channel and everything else. That is coming up. We are like well over time. Randy the Slot Wizard said, RhinoMan is the new naked cowboy. Wait until Thursday's thumbnail, guys. It'll be Thirsty Thursday. I have a new one coming out for you guys. You guys are going to like that. Hopefully, you guys can relate to it. Remember, I watch a lot of old TV shows when I was younger as well. So you'll be seeing something come out like that. Randy the Slot Wizard also told Melly, please say hi to David for me. I don't want him to go to bed upset at me. Hey, we know how you are. And we'll end it with Tracy the Ace said she lost at strip poker and now she's naked as a jaybird. With that, guys, until tomorrow's show, let the good times roll, and I will see you then. Bye, everyone.